Hello STO community, welcome to another Starbase UGC video tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to have some fun with corridors and a holodeck and a few other things. I want to give a shout out to a few people, but there are too many people who have helped me with this over the past couple days. So thanks to everybody for the advice. Let me share it with everyone else. Okay, so here we are in STO. And I'm in a turbo lift. I spawn in a turbo lift, and my mission is to find and investigate the holodeck. Investigate the holodeck. So I'll go off the turbo lift, and I'll just look for the holodeck. Okay, that looks like a holodeck. Well, not really, but it looks like where I need to go. So I go to the console, I hit Initiate Program. Then my task becomes enter the holodeck. Okay. There's my holodeck. And let's see what happens when I try to enter. Captain, the entrance is blocked by an unusual force field. A site-to-site transport into the holodeck may be the quickest way. Continue. Perform site-to-site transport, Captain? Yes. Now, to me, this is just reminiscent of all those episodes of Star Trek where you have an evil holodeck character who takes over the holodeck and you have to go in and fight him or reason with him or get the control of the holodeck or the ship's systems back. And this is an example of a mission kind of like that you could write with the Foundry. Okay, let me return to the editor. And let me show you that I have two maps. There's the map with the corridor that I built, and then there's the identical map with the spawn point to go into the holodeck. And most of the work that I had to do was, of course, on the first map because I had to build the corridor. And I had to build the corridor from scratch on an external ground map. And even though I had to do that, there really weren't many pieces involved. Mostly I used this building block platform 40, and it's number 3, which is the gray one. That I used for the floor and the ceiling. So I put 3 down here, and then 2 to the side, and that's this one here. And that was the floor. Then I put 5 more on top of it, and raise their Y elevation to 20. That way they became the ceiling. So they put in the floor and the ceiling. The other pieces that I put in were wall doors. And there are different types of wall doors. Most of them swoosh and open. But the first one doesn't open. So you can use it as a wall guiding players toward the destination that they go to. Then I used a different door for the holodeck. It's one that swooshes open, so you could see inside the holodeck, which is really looking outside of the corridor. And I kind of did this the wrong way, where I put the building block platforms in first, and then I put the walls in, and I had to change all the Y coordinates of the wall up 3. So they would fit right, and you'll just have to experiment with different ways. I guess I could have taken the floor down and then just put the walls in, but either way it works. And each of these pieces are in the details. So there's the turbo lift, the wall, the ceiling, the floor, and the door that opens. And I put a force field in so that the player couldn't just walk out and look backwards and see the corridor that I built. I guess if you're really, really good with this, maybe you could hide the corridor in a mountain or something, to where only the door is exposed, and then maybe you wouldn't need to transition from map to map. But I didn't really want to mess around with that. I'm sure that would be a headache to even try. But yeah, otherwise that's really what I did here. This is how to build a corridor from scratch, and also how to include a holodeck on your ship. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Please leave feedback on the forums or the blog, and please leave requests for future tutorials. Thank you.